What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real reality, whatever. Period. I'm your host, Pharaoh.
Where's the energy?
Yeah, where's the energy?
It left with Rachel Riley, baby.
Period.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Pharaoh. We are joined by Lee Hollis and Big D. Let me introduce Big D. Let me not play him. Big D, Big Daddy Delicious, Derek Frazier, Derek Frazier, the finalist of Big Brother 23 and the host of the Heavy Crown Network podcast. Put some respect on his name.
Thank you, because I want you to treat me like how you treat those white guests when they come on this show. I want y'all to treat me with respect, because there would be no Reality Kingdom if Big D wasn't telling everybody about the Reality Kingdom. Okay? Now.
We here. Look, we respect you.
Thank you for
maybe even a little bit more than the white girls. We here, back.
Yeah, because let me tell you something. I got two things to address with you, okay?
What?
This corner right here. I hope I'm pointing at the right corner. Okay? Let me tell you something.
Which one?
First of all, I saw your little rank. I saw your little ranking. Okay.
Which ranking?
I was definitely
everybody. We did the one.
I was definitely motherfucking camp. Okay. Don't even. I was eating the girls up. Okay. Well, look.
Okay, but this is the thing. You got one more thing.
Let me address another thing. I like beards, bears, lumberjack, thick, muscular. Don't you say it. No, don't you say Frenchie, because that's not the don't. Okay. Now, do I like mountain men? Yes. Do I like men that are football players? Yes. So what I like is men that are bears. So if you are a bear, you can get all between these motherfucking thick ass thighs. That's what I like. Okay. So don't try to sit there and say, because I heard what you said. Okay, you think I don't even watch
I didn't really even say it. I didn't really even say it.
You were insinuating, okay? I want to address that now, okay? Because I love you, but I'm gonna address that now. If you were a little bit, and it's okay. I got love for the skinny girls, okay? If you were a little bit thicker,
you definitely had love for the skinny girls, because Frenchie was.
You keep trying to call Frenchie. I said Frenchie was attractive. Don't try to put that into a whole thing, okay? I said Frenchie was attractive.
To be fair, that was kind of crazy.
Outside of Frenchie, outside of Frenchie.
Yeah, Kylan. I kissed Kylan.
Okay.
I thought I was still giving Kylan.
You want a little meat.
Yeah, I'm a big bitch. I need you to be able to handle me. You know what? When I see you, I'm gonna get you in the bedroom. We're gonna see what happens.
We gonna see what happens. We gonna see what happened in the bed.
We'll make sure it happens. Because I'm about to show you why I say I need a big bitch. Okay.
We gonna see what happened. Because I throw people around. I can throw people around.
When you said,
let me go ahead and leave. I'm gonna let y'all have y'all.
No, come back. Lee, hold on. Let me just
I'm gonna let y'all.
Y'all, we are here to talk about.
Come back, Lee.
We're here to talk about Big Brother 27. We're here to talk about Big Brother 27. It is a day of mourning.
It is.
I just
come back. Where's Lee? Come back.
Lee is all the way gone, honey. He didn't even just remove. He left.
Lee, I'm sorry.
He back.
Okay, Lee, I'm so sorry. Lee.
He loading.
Okay. Lee, I'm so sorry. This is your podcast show, and I apologize.
No, y'all was having a moment, I wanted to exit the room,
Listen, we ain't having no moment. I just had to check your best friend because he was trying to insinuate something. I'm a little sensitive because I did a little TikTok trend recently and got dragged for it, and it really made me upset because I was like, damn, all the girls were doing it, and it made me pissed off because I was like, I was just doing what everybody else was doing. I thought it'd be fun to do something like outside our race, and I realized, okay, the black gays are very sensitive when it comes to shit like that. And I was like, whoa. Got it. Okay. So, yeah.
We're going to transition to Big Brother.
Yes, we are. I'm sorry.
27.
Hi, Lee.
Hey.
Hi. Y'all, this was a very terrible situation for me. This episode was disheartening. I was upset. I am very angry currently, and Big D is trying me, so he's already getting me even angrier. So this podcast, I just want to do a quick earful. Well, I should do it every podcast, but specifically this one, I am very upset. Matter of fact, let me put it back a little bit. I'm very upset because Rachel Riley's exit was some bullshit. That was some straight up bullshit. There's not a different word for it. There's not a better word for it. That was bullshit from beginning to end. This girl put in work for 9 weeks. She didn't get nominated. She didn't get really targeted. There was never an option for her to get evicted from the house. And she went up there on a hamster wheel, and the CBS producers thought that was cute.
I mean, yeah, Lee, go ahead. Lee.
I mean, I said most of what I said in the occasional recap we did right after it happened. I mean, it's just sad. And honestly, like watching it, I mean, I was at work, so I was watching it, but it was so bullshit that I was barely tuned into it.
Real.
And just seeing her cry at the end, it really like hit that she's out of the game. Like Rachel is so passionate about Big Brother. She has been since she was on BB12. This is a woman who wanted to do All Stars while pregnant. She was playing one of her best games. She came back 15 years later for this experience, and in my opinion, she was one of the best returnees that we've seen. Not as far as game, but it's just far as like adding to the season. Like I feel like a lot of times the returnees are very overbearing, and I just think that she really made her place without overtaking the season. Like I loved everything that she brought. And now we're sitting here bored. The feeds are boring. There's nothing's going on. We're only worried about the competitions at this point. And I think a lot of that is because Rachel is gone. Like her presence in this game really activated it. And now that she's gone, it's crickets. It's no one is doing anything. No one is talking about anything. It's so stupid. It really is. Like if she was gonna go home first in jury, they should have let it happen by an HOH or a double eviction. Like Lauren was the HOH this week. She would have targeted Rachel anyway. Like if you wanted her to be in first in jury so bad, I don't know, rig the veto and Blockbuster. Like why are we having this entirely extra competition? Mind you, Will is literally injured. So if Will had gotten chosen, or whenever Will was supposed to go, would he have just went home? So now the oldest man in the house is being sent home because he can't complete the competition. It's just bullshit. It truly is. And it's always a stupid twist when you send someone home without a chance to save themselves. But it's even more stupid that you're doing it 60-something days in. We're in the jury phase of the game, and you're sending someone home because of a competition. On top of that, not everyone even gets to compete in the first HOH of jury. We have, what is it, all 3 nominees didn't get a chance to play HOH?
Yeah, damn near 5-6 people didn't. We'll
like,
get into
I'm confused.
It was a lot.
And then usually the rule is if you do not play HOH, you have immunity for the week. How many times have we seen that in Big Brother? Several people did not even get a chance to compete in the competition, and they just don't even get a chance to win HOH. It's just it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing is just I literally feel the same way. You guys have kind of said everything I would have said. I definitely agree that Rachel Riley's presence was, it was a presence. But on top of that, she's the only returnee that I ever seen come back and actually give me something to actually want to watch and be excited. And maybe because she was on the season with newbies, but she really was able to show her game in a whole different way that she didn't play the first go around. Because keep in mind, she was able to win a bunch of comps and vetoes and stuff like that. She wasn't relying on that this time. She couldn't. These new games were not meant for her. And then, she playing with the newbies. I think it's absolutely absurd. I think it's absolutely disrespectful. I think it's also a slap in all our faces of how they threw this stupid comp in, because we didn't like it when they did it to Danielle Reyes. We thought it was stupid when we did BB Reindeer Games. But this was, if you're going to do this hamster wheel, you should have made everybody's asses get on that hamster wheel and then said the lowest time will be eliminated. But once again, I don't know what we're doing here. And also, this mastermind coming back, or whatever his name is, baby, we didn't see him in weeks. So we really didn't need him. We really did not need him at all. So I feel really bad of how this went down. I think my emotions are very, what's the word? I'm just over it. There's certain people that when people watch Big Brother and certain people leave the show, you're kind of like, and Rachel Riley had a big presence in the show, and the way they did her, like, first of all, I will say this. It's a little bit iconic. I've never seen someone leave out the backyard like that. So that was a little bit like, yeah, girl, if you're going to let her go out, don't let her go out the door. Let her go out the back door. But I think it's also I will say this. I'm kind of looking at it as a way of these kids, these pathetic players don't deserve the air to even breathe Rachel Riley's name in a diary room to evoke her at all. Don't deserve it at all. So I'm glad that they didn't have the power to put her up. I'm glad that they couldn't vote her out. I'm kind of looking at it in that way because they don't deserve that at all from someone like that.
You're clocking. Y'all are spilling. Both of y'all are spilling. It's just very frustrating. And there were specific things on this episode that even made me like even more annoyed at some of the people who are still in the game versus the fact that Rachel had to go this way, because to the girls who might not even understand what the fuck is going on, because this shit is also kind of confusing the way they're doing it, because not everyone's playing HOH, but someone's HOH, but they were competing, but not everyone competed, but they had to choose. It was just a bunch of bullshit. But anyways, when we started the episode off, there was that original competition, the one where you had to push the thing to the certain area on the table. Ava won that competition, which meant Ava was safe.
I was kind of gagged that Ava won that.
I wasn't gagged about shit Ava did. And that's the problem. Ava pissed me the fuck off. I don't give a fuck what she got going on.
I already knew I was done with Ava after the shit she was talking on. Actually, no. A lot of y'all actually need to come to the table. Because a lot of y'all didn't realize Ava was weird until this week. I been clocked Ava was fucking weird.
Clock
Ava. I clocked Ava was weird when she was
you one of the girls? You one of the Ava stands?
No. I thought no. Here's the thing. I thought Ava was cool. I liked her in the beginning, but I recently, even before this whole Rachel thing, I saw her with her what's it called? I forgot what it's called. What do they call it? What's the animal in the woods that we can never find?
You are losing me. The gopher?
No. What's that thing called? The beast, the hairy beast. Chewbacca. Once I saw her Chewbacca armpits, I was very like,
I did not know he was getting going there.
I was a Bigfoot. I was very like, oh my god, like girl, like is everything okay? Like what's happening? Like that. I had to text Jimmy.
We gonna let her
girl, what is going on? Like the picture that somebody used, I saw it on somebody's TikTok. I said, what is that? That it's more hairier than mine. It was all the way out here. It was like so I knew as soon as I saw that, I said, Ava Pearl, let's get you some clippers, baby. Like we need clippers. You can't shave that. It needs clippers. Baby.
Oh my god.
So that's when I knew, and this was before the whole what she did tonight. This was all before this. So I didn't mind Ava, but the way that she acted tonight here's the thing. She acted a fool, but it felt like she was waiting for a reason to want to fuck over Rachel for some reason.
Very much so.
It's weird to me because then y'all have a final two. I thought you guys were cool. I'm confused. So if you're my friend and you pull me, I wouldn't take it that way. I'd be like, okay, you want to talk to me? Here I come. You know, but she took it as like, you pulled me all the way over. You pulled me all the way over here and stuff.
The pool is what got me.
The thing is, like, I'm not even shocked by anything that she's doing because she's been doing this. Like, she did this with Ashley. She did it with Mickey right after her HOH. And the thing is, people on the internet, they didn't care for Ashley. They didn't care for Mickey. So no one was clocking the 180 she did on those people. She also did it to Jimmy. We have to clock. Okay, this is not new. This is not just a Rachel thing. This is Ava. She's weird. She talks behind people's back. She talks big shit and call everyone's bitches and hoes. And you're not gonna talk to me like that. And who is she talking to? Because I'm about to pop off.
The girls are calling each other cunts too.
The only girls
I
think she calls Rachel a cunt.
Yeah, Jimmy.
The only girls that she shows any grace to is Lauren and Kelley and Kat. Now, take from what you will with that. But those are the girls she shows grace to. Everyone else is a bitch and a hoe behind.
Do you think they're gonna get the Big D treatment
like this?
Because I want everybody because everybody better stand 10 toes. I've been telling this to the fans for weeks. They better get the Big D treatment times 10 because they had a problem with me saying bitch. I don't even say a bitch. These bitches
Ava getting the Big D treatment. No shame.
She needs to get it good. No, because on top of all of that,
Kelley also called calling people bitches. Everybody calling each other bitches and cunts and shit. So I'm waiting for it. I've been like. Where's the Twitter face in 2021? Because if not, it's giving because I was black and they're white. That's what it's giving if they don't get the treatment.
No, it's getting very weird because the whole pool debacle, she kept explaining it on the feeds. And then when we saw it, it's like, baby, it's urgent. Y'all only have a certain amount of time. She made it seem like she pulled her for no fucking reason in the middle of her talking, and that bitch yanked my hair, like, and that cunt was spitting in my face. Like, she made it seem like the girl was trying to fight her. Baby, it was.
How dare she put her hands on me? Girl, who the fuck are you, Ava?
Who are you?
Like, my thing is, she's supposed to be an aura painter. That's her entire thing. She loved Kelley. She loves Riley. I'm like, girl,
what auras is you?
What aura are you painting, mama? I hope everyone who got an aura painting from Ava need to get a refund, bitch. Okay? She was putting any kind of color around y'all, baby. She don't know what the fuck she's talking about. She don't even know how to read her own aura. Because if she did, she would know she shouldn't be saying this shit on national TV.
Clearly. No, that's them demon auras. Y'all ever seen her Instagram? She got them demons and shit on. I don't know what she got going on over there, but the aura she reading are Riley's and Kelley's. So take that as you may. And that's who she vibing with. But no, that pool wasn't nothing. Girl, you was doing the most about the pool. Called her all bitches, hoes, cunts, said her daughter, her sister, whatever the fuck she said. It didn't need to be said over that situation. It's very clear that Ava was guilty, or she was looking for a reason to hate Rachel for no reason. Once again, both, in my opinion, very, very weird.
And but on top of that, she fucked up the safety chain.
No, fuck all of that. On top of that, she talking about some, can I get volunteers? And then when Rachel is pulling you to volunteer, it's a problem. Do you want volunteers or do you want to be a bad bitch and choose the person? Neither, it seems. Because when someone's volunteering, you're mad. When someone's not volunteering, you're mad. Which one is it? Pick a side.
Also, I hate that she's trying to make it seem like, oh, she's doing too much, da 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 da. And because Ava has always been someone that does not like when people play the game, which is another reason why she liked Lauren, Kelley, and Kat so bad, because they have not been playing the game this entire fucking time. Everyone who plays the game, they're doing too much. They're bitches, they're hoes, and cunts, and all that other shit. If you were playing the game, you probably wouldn't think that, but no, you're sleeping all goddamn day. At the end of the day, you and Rachel are on the same side. Keanu is not on that side. So if she's pulling you, telling you, don't do Keanu, yeah, you probably shouldn't do fucking Keanu because you're not on his side. Why would you give him a chance to save himself? But she's going to choose Vince. Someone who else is not in her best interest at all. He's a whole alliance with people that she's working with that she's not even in, but you're choosing him because you don't want people to be upset with you. It doesn't make any sense.
I think when you're in that type of game in that moment, like, yes, urgency is key. Like, I've seen plenty of times when we get down to the double, people are like pulling somebody into the bathroom. And, you know, I just never see someone act like that. But Ava Pearl, to me, it was just giving, I don't know if she's cracking. I don't know if, like you said, I've never seen somebody who is supposed to be the Zen type of person. I read people's auras and paintings, like, you know, but you got to also think about, she's a New York girl. So I'm not surprised by that. You know, the New York queens are very funny. They are very funny. Okay. So for me, I'm not surprised, but I do agree that pool wasn't that dramatic. And here's the thing, I love Ashley, but Ashley did not help by being like, yeah, girl, you did pull her a little bit and stuff like that. Love Ashley down on House Boots, but Ashley, that was the time to shut the fuck up. You didn't need to do all that, girl. Like, be a lawyer and just shut up and be quiet. But it's very interesting that Ava thought it was okay. But once again, Vince and I have to say this, I call Vince my winner pick, you know, and Vince is doing very good with manipulating and lying and doing everything. And the fact that these dumb broads, okay, like this one behind me, are just like, whatever Vince says, I'll go with what Vince says. And the fact that he literally, let me tell you something, Lauren and Morgan look like two hoes fighting over a man. But on top of that, he basically just put his dick in both of y'all motherfucking mouths and then told you to swallow it. Because that's what he looked like to them. And they shared it and swapped the saliva of cum. That's what it looked like to me.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute.
That's how dumb they look. That's how dumb they looked in that moment. I need you to say my hoe and you say my other hoe. These are all my hoes. He out here pimping. These my hoes. And my hoes gonna do what I say. My hoes gonna do what I say. That's what the fuck they look like.
Now, they wasn't swallowing cum.
I don't think they look like, I don't know.
Swallowing cum. The hoes wasn't laughing. But what did happen was
They got real.
The hoes was swallowing cum, Big D. Where are we at?
That got real descriptive, child. Oh my god!
But what actually happened?
Because this is the first time I actually
No.
saw Lauren. Lauren was not giving me Disney.
But this is what
tonight,
I
was
say.
here for it.
This is what I will say.
She was giving me baddies for a second.
I had to remove this because we need a break. We need a breather. Are we here?
I'm here.
Thank you. What actually happened? After Ava asked for volunteers, Lauren, Rachel, Keanu volunteered. Vince did not. And then after she sat there for 50 seconds panicking, and she said, "Oh, Vince." And it's like, he didn't even ask, baby. You asked for volunteers. You didn't choose a volunteer until the volunteer after the volunteer after the. She's killing me. When Vince went, I will say what Big D was trying to say. What Big D was trying to say was Vince did exactly what the fuck he was the only person who did exactly what the fuck they needed to do. He said, "My number one is Morgan. My number one is Lauren." I have both number ones, and both my number ones gonna stay. However, we need to make that happen. He knew for a fact Morgan wasn't choosing Lauren, but he also knew for a fact that Lauren, weak ass, was going to choose whatever he said. So he did exactly what he needed to do. When he got picked and he got the actual goal completed, when he did the maze, he said, "If I choose Lauren, she will choose Morgan," and that is exactly what the fuck happened. Yes, Big D.
I just have one question. You know how when the birds chew up the worm, but then they put one in one mouth and then they put it in the other mouth for the birds.
That's Vince a better analogy.
That's the same thing as the other analogy I use.
No, this was a little bit more PG.
This is better. And this makes sense. Okay. He was the mama bird, and he said, "Here, go feed your sister, Lauren." And that's exactly what Lauren did. And I have a problem with this from Lauren because Lauren had 10 diary rooms in the entire season, and they were all in this episode. And she said, "I don't want to choose Morgan. I want to choose Kelley. Vince is making me choose Morgan. I don't want to choose Morgan so bad. Oh, I just can't choose Morgan. I would never choose Morgan. I have to choose my girl Kelley. I want my girl Kelley to be safe." And then she chose Morgan. Lauren, I am so sorry. You are worse than Ava. Ava was being weak as fuck and was trying to not make any blood. Lauren, you literally have an alliance with Kelley, and you chose Morgan, who does not like you and you don't like. What sense does it make to help out Morgan, to give Morgan more time, when Morgan could have easily chose Kelley and had Kelley go the fuck home? That was horrendous. I didn't enjoy that at all. I thought that was terrible, a terrible idea. And if she didn't want to do it, don't do it. No one has a gun to your head. I'm just confused. I didn't understand that at all. Didn't like that from Lori. Boom. Morgan goes. After Morgan goes, Morgan and Rachel have their little cute conversation where Rachel decides that it's okay. She's going to try to get it done. And then she doesn't get it done.
And the house was gagged.
They were
gagged because everyone knows Rachel as the comp beast, you know? And I feel like that's probably why production wasn't scared to do this, because they just assumed, oh, Rachel will be great at it. But at the end of the day, it's still 15 years later. These competitions are different. The competition is different. I mean, I don't understand why because I don't think they wanted Rachel to go home. I'm pretty sure. I mean, the way they were using her for baits and clicks and merch and ratings, I don't think they wanted her to go home. So I'm like, I would assume they must have thought that she just was not going to go home in this scenario. But it's crazy that it's just, I don't understand it. I just don't get it. I don't get it, because why even put her in this position to potentially go home like this? It just doesn't make any sense. And we've been saying this season feels like they haven't really done a lot of things to help Rachel as a returnee, which I was kind of glad about, because I usually hate when production helps them, and she was still doing so well even in disregards to that. But it's just I've never seen them set up a returnee like this. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I think it's just you know what the crazy part is, that and you guys watch the show way harder than I do, because I don't really notice if production is making things for certain players. I don't really notice certain things. Maybe back in the day, I know, some BBL alums oh, production told me
it was way more back in the day.
Right. I'm like, I don't really feel that way, especially with recent players I've talked to. But I will say this: the one thing that I can say is Rachel did not deserve that. We know that. There was no need for this little twist. We could have just made them sleep in the backyard or made them play a bunch of games or something like that. You could have said, hey, we're going to do process of elimination. You really want to turn up the dials? You should say, we're going to do process of elimination. Every round, whoever wins is safe. The last 3 people are on the block. That would have been more. Literally. That would have been more dramatic. But this just didn't make no sense to me. And I'm very glad that Tyler was there because I think it kind of helped Rachel get a moment to at least hug and know somebody that knows her, because it's like when you see another BB alum, it kind of makes you feel like, no, I get it, because he was also like shocked and gagged, and it's hard to watch. It was hard to watch, and this whole episode, the way they did it, you could tell they were gonna milk every second. Like this whole entire episode. I was like, well, we didn't even need all that. You could have just like, let's got to the point. Y'all try to cut off every camera, every commercial, but I don't know. There's not really a lot to say. I just feel bad for everyone that probably feels very upset, very hurt by this, very slap in the face. But we have to remember, this is Big Brother. They are here to get people's reaction, and they put this in there thinking, Rachel's not going to go home on this. This could be cool. We're going to get somebody out. And also, Will with his back, girl, that back been hurting since day one. He came in with a hurt back. That back is wearing me the fuck out.
But that's what's killing me is because we were talking before we even started, Big D, and I was like, they're so crazy for doing this because there's been so many monumental moments in Big Brother that this same twist could have fucked up. In BB23 with the cookout, imagine that top 8, it's the fucking wheel and you go home, or someone from the cookout ends up going home. It's like, now we don't have the biggest moment in one of the biggest moments in Big Brother history. What if they did it in BB24 and Taylor got chosen and she lost? And now you don't have one of the biggest winners, your literal host of BB Unlocked, the literal host of the round table, the literal first time person who's won and won America's Favorite Player. You wouldn't have had that if you did it in BB24 and she went home. It's such a dumb twist on multiple seasons, not just this one. So it's like, when you really put it into perspective, this is stupid. Who thought? Fire them immediately.
This was not a good idea.
It's crazy because the new game player has been doing so well, but this, I don't really want to blame. I think, because he put the games into BB reindeer games. I think.
He started with reindeer games, and
so he probably thought bringing this back was a good idea. He's been doing well, but this was not a good call.
Yeah, and the game isn't even the comp itself isn't the problem. It's just like the twist. Like this should have just been the HOH.
And that's the thing. It's multiple different stuff, because just to break it down, the HOH competition is ingratiated within this twist as well. So the rules are, if you get to go, you can be the HOH if you have the smallest time. But if you don't even get to go, you can't even play the HOH. So therefore, there are literal nominees on the block who did not get a chance. The only people who got the chance to play HOH was Vince, Lauren, and Morgan. That's it. But what kills me, Ava couldn't even play the HOH. And she won an entire competition. That doesn't make sense. Ava couldn't play HOH. Ashley couldn't play HOH. Keanu couldn't play HOH. Will couldn't play HOH. That's fucking more than half the house who were not eligible for HOH. And in my mind, I'm like, y'all could have at least had everyone else do the hamster wheel after Rachel, but they didn't even do that. They stopped it. This was stupid in multiple different ways, because all of the people who are on the block this week were not able to play the head of household competition.
And if any of them go home, they didn't even get a chance to win the HOH to stop themselves from doing so. It's just stupid. And it wasn't like that they fucked up in the competition. They didn't even get to play the competition.
Because their dumbasses been putting too much work into the BB blockbuster. This is why when you add too much shit into it, this is what happens. You should have just left it. You should have got rid of that BB blockbuster weeks ago and got them back down to nominating 2 people. But y'all try to do this crazy shit. And now we're definitely coming up on a double. We're probably coming up on a triple at this point. Like, we're coming up on some crazy shit. And at this point, they could just make it a flipple, a dipple, a triple. Let's get right to it. I'm done with this shit. This shit.
Because it's a month of the mastermind. If you didn't know, if you haven't been watching feeds, you shouldn't. But on the feeds, the people are speculating that because it's a month of the mastermind, he could bring the wheel back, or he could bring another similar situation back to where we have to play a comp in order to stay, because they don't know what they mean by the mastermind. Now, it could just be a double coming up, which is what this should have been. This should have just been a fucking double. That's more entertaining anyways. Live doubles are live, which is entertaining. So it's like, why wouldn't you do that? But who knows? So it's a lot of speculation of
stuff that was just done wrong. Like even if the fact that this is the last month of the season, there was 9 people in the house, and they're planning on taking out like 5 of them within the next 2 weeks. You know what I mean? It's like, if you had to rush the last month of the season, why did you cast 17 people? And not only is the returnee one of the best players in the season going home because of a dumb twist that didn't even involve veto, nominations, or a vote, you also are allowing the BB Blockbuster to last for 2 more weeks. And not everyone could even play in the HOH. It's just like so much wrong at one time. Like, how are y'all fucking up this bad? And what's so frustrating is that I don't think they keep their ear to the streets enough. So I don't trust that they can even come back from this. Like when they don't care. When they did the AI Arena last year, like everyone thought it was a great idea. Clearly they thought so as well. I'm assuming the ratings were up. So they said, let's bring it back. But why don't they have self-control? Who told them it's a good idea to have the Blockbuster going into single digits like this? 5 weeks is fine. However long, make pre-jury 10 weeks if you want to. Do it all 10 weeks. But once we get to the jury phase, that shit should be done. That shit should be done. There's no reason why you get to this milestone in the game. There is only, like this week, Lauren was the HOH. She nominated 50% of the house this week. 4 people went up.
I don't know.
Who?
Out of 8. I don't know.
Lauren
So
it's
like
Disney
I don't understand why they think that would be a good idea this late into the season. It has nothing to do with actual social strategy because they're nominating so many people. They don't even have time to try and create real relationships because you have to keep people as options open to go up. And in their mind, I'm sure they're thinking, well, this is fun. It's going to cause chaos and things like that. But when you get to this point in the game, it makes it to where the only thing that's important is the Blockbuster. And it's like, why are we putting so much emphasis on a competition? That was the whole point of us wanting equitable comps so we don't see comp beast just beast all the way to the end. And now you're still helping them do that because the same people are winning these fucking comps because y'all are not switching them up enough. It's just so much. It's just so much.
Of course. And Lee, I understand your frustration.
There's a correct way to do it. There's a correct way to do it. But because they don't want to seemingly take advice from anyone, they're going to just keep doing it wrong.
They never will. And it's just what it is. But I mean, at the end of the day, Lauren being HOH to me is crazy. But I've said this multiple times. Lauren is a bridal consultant. Lauren belongs on the Disney Channel.
Oh my God.
With everyone else, okay? Because she doesn't give me player vibes. The first time I actually was a little bit perked up, like a tad bit, was tonight when Lauren was like almost like kind of yelling at Vince. Like, I'm gonna be upset. I was like, I said, are we getting something that's not Disney? Girl, come on, rated R, give it to me, girl. It just climaxed to, okay. Who are you gonna put? Fuck that. Get out of my face, girl. I'm done with you. But I agree. The Big Brother is never, you have to understand, this show, I understand, it's not one of those shows that really listen to their fans. Like Jeff Probst, when it comes to Survivor, says, we listen to the fans, even though it's a little wonky on some of those players for 50, but majority of them they did listen to, okay? But Big Brother does not like and allow their fans to come in. Like they should have at least people that they can rely on that can give them some feedback or like do a focus group. Or also when you ask some of the BB alums, they're like, hey, we want to change up some things. What's some things we could change? Because I know they have us do our little feedback after the show, but that's not enough. Like they need to be like before the season start. What are some things you guys want to see? Julie, love her to death. Mother Julie, love her. But Mama Julie to me, like girl, I know she be posting and be like, tell me you guys what you want to see. That shit ain't doing shit. We need Allison and the rest of them.
No, you're making a great ass point because the girls keep dragging Big Brother. No Emmy nominations. You know, Amazing Race, they even listen to their fans. Survivor, they listen to their fans. Peacock shows that y'all are trying to emulate. Hotel Mystere, aka The Traitors, baby, you want to be them bad, and they listen to their fans. They
and you said exactly what I said.
They pay their motherfucking cast.
Because what they do, they said we're going to make the house like traitors, and we're going to bring back Rachel like traitors. Then we're going to have a guy in a mysterious mask like traitors. Let me at least say this. The thing about it is that once again, you have a show that has a big fan base that could really take it to the next level. I said this the other day on the podcast. I said Survivor has an Emmy.
Yep.
Drag Race has an Emmy.
Yep.
Now the challenge has not had an Emmy, but the challenge has won plenty of reality TV show awards.
Sure.
Big Brother, you know what they have?
The White Locust.
The White Locust. Okay.
At most.
It's
embarrassing because
that's embarrassing.
The White Locust got an Emmy. Y'all want to be everybody with an Emmy, but you don't have one. Sorry, Lee. What was you saying?
It's okay. You can go.
No, that was it. They just want to be everybody with Emmy. That's all I had to say. Like, I can't. So yes.
No, Lee, what you gonna say, baby?
I have nothing to say.
Period. So we move.
Lee said, "I got time for this shit tonight."
No,
Lee, like,
honestly, Lee over. Lee want to move. Lee said, "Hold on, let's keep going. Let's keep going."
Wrap it up.
Rachel has her speech, which was beautiful and wonderful. It was a great speech. Loved it, and that's what led us into the actual week, which we honestly don't want to talk about, but we should. We're here. The feats have been terrible. The truth is, in my opinion, I believe it's because a majority of people in this cast weren't playing the game that well. And because only 3 people got to play the HOH, one of the people who, no shade, arguably wasn't playing that hard is HOH. And then the people who weren't able to play the HOH and they were trying to play the game are nominated. And that's just how I feel. And that's just probably the truth. So the feeds are boring. But just to let y'all know, Lauren is the head of household. She nominated Ashley, Will, and Morgan. Morgan was her target, but Morgan won the veto. And so she renominated Keanu. Keanu is now her new target. And the final nominees are Ashley, Keanu, and Will. But we still have a blockbuster.
Can I just say one thing real quick, if that's okay? Maybe Lee would agree with me on this. I don't know. Maybe you will too. You know, I know we're gonna move past Rachel, but I will say this: Rachel there was a lot of time on that wheel. 3 minutes and some change is a lot of time for that wheel. Because I think Danielle had less than that, way less than that. So just to kind of throw that out there and stuff, it was just, she did have a lot of time on that wheel, and it sucks. But I think she cracked underneath pressure, got frustrated, and couldn't get a groove. That's it. That's my last thought.
No, she was struggling. She was like doing the same move over and over again. And I think that's what makes it the most annoying for me, actually, is the fact that it's a random wheel puzzle. One thing that Rachel isn't good at. Rachel is good at a lot of things. Like, they could have had her hanging up there for hours. She would have hung up there. They could have had her doing the HOH she won. She would have won it. It could have been a quiz puzzle. She probably would have did great. It's a random wheel with a maze. And so she went home. Like, I think it's like, what? But she was struggling. And it's like, this is unfortunate because Rachel is great at comps. And then y'all got the one comp that Rachel isn't great at. And here we are. But child, we're here. This is a boring week. There's really not much to say. Lauren wanted Morgan to go. Morgan won the veto. Now she wants Keanu to go, but Keanu is probably going to win the blockbuster. Of course, we don't know.
Let's not putting probably out there, because a lot of the girls been negative as hell. As soon as
this is what I will say. Keanu,
damn bitch, can you stop cutting me off?
Oh, what?
It's okay. Just go.
Well, no, you got to finish your sentence.
I don't care no more. I
was just saying Keanu is the only one who has won a blockbuster of the people here. So it's like, well, here we are, of the people nominated.
Lee, I need your thoughts. So please.
I don't have any thoughts.
Lee, I need your thoughts. Okay.
I've already said it. I tried to say it. It got cut off.
No, you said no, because you're telling me things I don't know. You said the girls are upset. What girl? Like what are they upset about?
I don't remember, child. Let's move on.
Child. But yes, these are the final nominees. This was the week. There's really like not much going on. Like, this is exactly what they wanted to happen. Well, what Lauren wanted to happen. It didn't happen because Morgan won the veto. Here we are. Not really much updates. They're all in the house complaining about the twist. Multiple people have mentioned it. Ashley, Will, Ava, Morgan, Vince have all mentioned the twist. And people don't like it. Even the house guests who wanted Rachel out this whole season don't even like the twist that got Rachel out. So, hey.
I don't know. I really don't know. It's very disappointing this whole entire week. I think we just need to hurry up and get to the top three. To be honest, I don't even know who I want to win this game. I mean, the only person I really wanted to win this game is Ashley. But here's the thing: I can't get mad at Vince and Morgan because they have really kind of turned the game around for themselves throughout the time. And especially with, maybe it's those ways that Morgan's like helping him wake up a lot, because this is how she wakes him up constantly throughout the time. That's how she wakes him up. So maybe that's helping. I don't know. What do you think, Lee? Who do you think is going to win? Like, who's left?
I'm not really sure at this point.
No, it's bad. I think Rachel leaving, it's like now everything is weird. Nothing really feels like anyone's the front runner. I don't know. Who would y'all say if y'all had to choose like a top three? Who would be the top three?
Me?
Yeah, both of y'all. You can go, then Lee could go. Because I don't even know.
I would take Ashley. I can't get mad at Will because Will's just he's chilling. He's in a good position, so he can make it to the end. I'm not mad at it. He has a good social game. I like to say he's playing the Big D game where he's good with everybody and they ain't gonna really look at him. So I will say I would like to see Vince and Morgan, one of them in the final three with Ashley and Will. Those are my top four. I don't really care about everybody else. Everybody else to me is just whatever. But Disney Channel is going to make it some type of way. I just know it. She's going to make it because she has a shield of Kelley that they want to still try to get out. If Kelley makes it to the end, I don't know. Lee, what do you think?
No, I honestly think it's going to be one of the worst seasons ever if Kelley or Keanu win at this point. Like, I really hope we don't get that. But with the blockbuster and the fact that Keanu and Kelley has been winning most of them, it's like they're definitely probably going to be in top 6, top 7-ish, it seems like, and that's just really annoying, and Kelley seems like she may even have a chance to win because people like Ashley and Will and them have been talking about potentially even voting Kelley in the end over people like Morgan and Vince and Lauren and things like that. So it's just getting frustrating. I don't want to watch a season where someone won while being so outside of the game. Like they're not even house pariahs necessarily or being ostracized. They literally just haven't been playing the same game as everyone else, but winning competitions to keep going inside of that game. It's bullshit. And the fact that you can save yourself in the jury phase by just winning a comp without having to actually work to do it is just it's frustrating, and I'm not gonna enjoy it. Like if they were this far because they had won 4 HOHs and then like 5 vetoes or something like that, I think that would be a different story just a little bit. And like I said, Keanu, I know he won those vetoes, so I'm not even necessarily that mad at Keanu. I'm more so mad at Kelley. Because why the fuck is Kelley even still here for real? But even this week, it's like Keanu, for example, he won those comps, mainly those vetoes to get this far in the game. Keanu would be going home first in jury. Second in jury right now if it wasn't for a blockbuster. Confirmed. The only reason why he may have a chance to go further is because of this blockbuster when he would be going home. So it's just so frustrating to see people not have to actually play socially or strategically. Like someone like Ashley this week could potentially go home, and she has done work to get someone like Ava on her side. She has done work to get potentially Keanu vote against Will. She's someone that is actively playing socially to try and get people on her side. Will is someone that has maintain good social connections across the house. You know what I mean? Like they're actually doing something to get to this part, or at least engaging within the game of Big Brother. And I just feel like Keanu doesn't do that. He just win competitions. And when he is trying to engage, his reads are all over the place. It has nothing to do with the actual game. And Kelley is just bopping around telling people secrets. It's like there's no real like path for them. They're just doing shit, and I'm just sick of it. Like if either one of them win, I'm gonna be done. I still have hope for people like Will. I think Will still has a chance. I think that if Ashley can get past this week, I think she could earn the respect to win. It just would be hard for her to get there. And I also think Ava still has a really good chance to win. Who I want to win at this point, it would be Morgan. So I'm hoping if she's able to get the final 2, that she's able to kind of like turn some of their minds back to being on her side, because she would definitely deserve it.
Lee, let me ask you a question. Do you think that what's his name, Keanu? Do you think he's attractive?
I did, and then there are
It's, do you think that he's attractive?
If I have to give an answer, it's no. There's so many things about him that I don't find attractive.
What do you not find attractive?
Are we saying looking? I don't know anything about him. I'm just looking at him.
I'm just asking. Do you think he's attractive? Let me ask you this question. Would you eat his box? Would you eat that smelly, swampy, party buddy box?
If Keanu messaged me on one of those apps, and
which app? One
of them, anyone.
Which one? Because
anyone. I
because I want to know. Can you imagine him with you, and he's just like,
screenshot it. Somebody Big D come over here acting like this. Why don't you do this on Heavy Crown Network? You want to get us demonetized, but you don't want to demonetize yourself.
That's not true. That's not true. I get what you're saying. Yes, I just need the hygiene to be fixed a lot. Like he needs, like I'm gonna send him a little basket that has like dew wipes and a douche and butt lotion and stuff to help him, because he needs help, and a washcloth. Because let me tell you something. You asked me why. You said why swamp ass. You can tell the way he farted. It was wet. Every time he fart, it's wet. You can't tell me it's not. Nothing comes out as air. It is. That's
so. If he was on the app, what would you do, Big D?
Block.
No way. You saw him.
Block.
Before Big Brother or after Big Brother are you blocking?
Before and after. Block.
He's a bear. What happened to that? He's a little big. We got some questions in the chat.
No, it's just his demeanor. He'd be too much. Like even his photo is so clowny. Like no. Don't do nothing for me. But his photo matches up with how this season's going. I agree with Leah saying. I agree. People that get on the block should have one opportunity. Everyone, I said this on the podcast, everyone has had a veto, a blockbuster, campaigning, somebody coming in, winning them something, powers. Rachel Riley went out with nothing, right? So when, like you said, when it comes to Kelley has literally won BB blockbusters to stay in this game. What happens if there was no BB blockbuster and didn't have to sit there and strategize a lot to make it where she is now? Yes, Lee, your point is 100% valid. Like these two players literally are just winning shit. They don't have the numbers. All their people went home. Like it's crazy to me. And that's why I hate about this type of season, because I love it, but I also hate it. It should be a mixture of all of it. If somebody's going to win Big Brother, I want a mixture of all of it. I want your ass to have to touch the block a couple times. I want to have to see you jump into different alliances. I would have to see you maybe win here and there. If not, I don't mind a will or that type of game. I'm cool with that too, because he's been in multiple alliances and he was on the block multiple times in the beginning and had to find his way out of it. So I agree with what you're saying, just so you know.
You're spilling. Shout out to Theodore in the chat. OMG, hey Big D. Hey Pharaoh. Hey Lee. My thoughts. Rachel was chosen to compete because of her social game, and she got punished for social gaming. Someone else mentioned that like it was hard to social game the twist because it's like you don't know if you're gonna do good at the challenge or not. So it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Truly.
Also, it's the fact that like they could have strategically put her last to try and get her out. Like it wasn't even a situation where they were trying to get Rachel out of the comp. In fact, her ally picked her, hoping she would pass it. In a pretty good spot too. She had a lot of time. So it's just like like her going home is just BS. Like if Morgan was like, I'm picking Rachel because she's gonna lose and I'm gonna be happy to see her go home. Like that's one thing, you know. But it's the fact that they weren't even trying to get her out, and they haven't tried for what up to 8 weeks at this point because she was unnominated before this. So it's like it's just all so stupid. Like if Kelley had picked her and then was like, well, damn, Kelley picked her because she knew she was gonna flop. It's like okay, you know, it's still a stupid twist, but hey, they got her out. They didn't even want her out.
They didn't even want her out.
Yeah, the way you broke that down, Lee, is exactly how we all watched it. Because I was looking at that timer and the way they put it online. Same thing with Ava, Miss Ava Pearl. She pulled me. I thought there was like an altercation the way they broke it down.
No, for real.
I was like, they brought them. Did Rachel like pull her in the show? Like the way they explained it. And then, you know, I talked to some people. I knew what a comp was way beforehand because I talked to some people. Can't say who it is. But when I found out what it was, I was like, damn, she went out like that. And they were like, yeah. And I thought maybe she only had a little bit of time. I'm not saying, I don't know. Sometimes you crack on the pressure, but 3.5 minutes. She could have used up because a lot of people are getting it done in a minute. So I'm like, that's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. This is sad to watch. I'm now at the point where I'm like, okay, let's wrap this up. Let's get to Amazing Race. Let's get to Survivor. Let's get back to the challenge. And let's get back to let's recast and get a new season of BB28. I'm ready for this. Because to tell you the truth, I'm more entertained with the pre-jury. I'm more entertained with them. They're entertaining me more. They're giving me more entertainment. I need them to hurry up. I need Mickey Mouse to stop hiding in her little mousy house and her little clubhouse and start speaking online. I want her to stop hiding. She got things to address.
Child. Dalen says Ava being disrespectful is not the same as you calling. Oop, she calling you out.
Okay. Yes, Dalen. What did you say? Oh, and it cost you $5 to call me out. I love that. Okay. Let me see here. So Ava was being disrespectful is not the same way you calling women bitches. You're a boy, but it's still I'm still up for Ava forever. So I will say this. Yes, I will say this. I am a boy. Yes, I am a gay man. Unfortunately, no, not even unfortunately. In our culture, we use the word B. Everyone's a B. Did you not just hear me call both of these motherfuckers over here bitches? I called everyone a B. I called Xavier a fucking bald head bitch. Kylan a bald head bitch. Frenchie a bald ass bitch. Christian a bald head bitch. I called everybody a bitch. Everybody was a bitch. I went in the production room. I used to be like, hey, bitch, what's up, bitch? Everyone was a bitch. Bad and good. So yeah, that's how it is in the community. I can't change that, but you know, hey, if it was disrespectful, I did apologize to my sisters that I felt like needed an apology because I care about them. But that's my tea. But Ava calling people bitches should get the same fucking treatment. Because why are we putting a gender fire on the word bitch? Aren't we all about the they, thems, and all the other bullshit?
Child. And shout out to Heavy Crown Network with you and your sisters. Y'all still cool. Y'all still cool.
They're wearing me out. I'm like Lee. I'm about to leave them.
Oh my God.
Because Lee said, I'm tired.
Ryder says Vince has betrayed Lauren more times than she's gotten a DR in this episode. She still did what he asked. Girl, I'm so over Lauren. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my God. I don't even have no thoughts. Shout out to Theodore. Another thing, the fact that these people were so gagged just shows how unexpected it was. They didn't even want Rachel to go. Like Lee said, Lee already clocked this. Lee clocked down. They didn't even want Rachel to go. Like what? Like it was some bullshit. She had a great social game. She was never nominated. Of course they didn't want her to go. She set this shit up. Girl, boo. Yeah. Shout out to Jon Snow. I would love to see one season without twists. One of their highest regarded seasons is Big Brother 10, which is Back to Basics. I don't know why they're so stupid, but that is literally one of the best. Everyone loves BB10.
I love BB10. I love BB10. Just the characters on it. I love it. Nothing to me when I'm telling my friends and they're like, how is this season? I'm like, baby, I just need you to watch BB10. BB10 is just entertaining from top to bottom.
Literally. Shout out to Tegan. Hey, we up. Thanks so much for doing these lives. I have so much fun. Here to leave my weekly tip and always Team Kelley. What is up with the Team Kelley? There's too many Team Kelley. Y'all finna piss me the fuck off. Dalen back. Oh, keep it cute this time. Vinny better count his lucky stars. Rachel got eliminated because she would have been on his neck this week. Honestly, like the only part, he didn't even want her out. He knew Morgan was gonna help her out. He didn't even care. Like that's what's killing me. Even her worst enemies did not want her out. How is she gone? I'm so over this.
Lee, talk to them to tweet me,
girl. Big D, please. Because Lee, Big D, if you don't know, Lee is a prophet. Lee be profiting this shit. They said, Lee, please don't speak that into existence. Keanu and Kelley being final two is a joke and disrespectful, in my opinion. It's disrespectful, period. But they don't respect their own game. That's how it might happen. It might happen because of the producers. Literally.
I don't know what's going on. So who's going home this week? That's the question. Lee, give me your thoughts, because I feel like your thoughts are really on par, and I'm appreciating them.
We should get into it with the player rating.
Yeah, we should rate these players, girl.
Oh, y'all rate the I forgot you guys rate the players. Oh my God.
And do. Child, we're gonna quickly go through the people who have been evicted. Well, Mickey first. Mickey Mouse went home. Big D. What would you rate Mickey's game overall? 0 to 10. You could do a 0.5 in betweens if you like.
I'm gonna give Miss Mickey Mouse, because I'm a traditional type of game. I'm gonna give her a good old 4. No, a good old 3. She get a 3 from me. 3 is great. I'm that type of traditional gay. I'm not like you gays. I'm a traditional type of gay. I want y'all to know the difference.
Okay? Ooh, Big D, what's the plan? What's the plan, Big D? What's the plan?
What's the plan?
Is this your friend?
What's the plan, Big D?
This your friend.
What is the plan?
Why is
the plan?
I don't know why somebody asked about the plan. What are they talking about? What plan?
Something got to be the plan, because he keeps saying it.
I know, that's weird. I ain't got no plan. Look at me.
I ain't got no plan. Look at me.
Somebody keep asking me. I ain't got no plan. What's the plan? What are you talking about?
Gay Asp. I think for Gay Asp, I was thinking at the beginning of the season, honestly, she would have been like a 7 and 8 player. By the end of the season, it was like literally 1s and 2s.
She wanted to be a Tiffany Mitchell, and it was giving Timo.
Oh my God. It literally was. It was given just like that. It was given Shein. Like that hat she said was T-Cores. That's what it was giving by the end of the season. I wasn't fucking with it. She really went down. Honestly, 3 is pretty accurate. I think I would give her a 3.5. I don't even know why I'm giving the 0.5, but I think I would give her a 3.5 because of the first 3 weeks. Those first 3 weeks, people loved her, but by the end of it, it was 0.5 for the first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah, she started off really, really strong, but after her HOH, the Mictator was born, and it was downhill from there. She was really just delusional the entire time.
What you call her?
The Mictator.
She got so many nicknames. Gay Asp, Mickey Mouse, the Mictator.
It just went all downhill from here. It's sad because I do think that she was a really she had a lot of potential, but after doing what she did during Jimmy's week, she really wasn't able to recover. And I also think that a part of it was a lot of delusions of grandeur as far as her place in the game and where she stood. So with that, she wasn't able to really do anything effectively because she didn't even realize that people were feeling a way about her. I want to say if she knew, there's a chance like she could have fixed it, but we'll never know. I think I'm just gonna give it a 3. Yeah. I honestly feel like this is something that she would do every time she played.
Yeah.
I don't need to see her play again. I was not entertained because for you to not have those relationships, that tells you a lot about like your game. Like you got to have good relations. This game is not like Survivor or like Survivor. There's a million immunities and all this other shit. Like challenge and like you really have to rely on relationships. And I don't get how she failed that.
Yep,
that's a social.
So that's that on Riley's Peach. Rachel Riley went home after that, unfortunately.
Did she go home?
Or no, she went to the jury house.
Removed.
She was removed invalidly and ended the season. I can't believe this is going to be our last recap. No, let me quit playing. Rachel went home, but honestly, it's crazy because I wish we got to see.
Oh my God, this is what it feels like.
Oh my God, it does feel like that.
LaShawna from TDI. Literally, you just wake up one day and she's gone. Like,
track.
No, it was a bullshit. I wish we saw her full season because I was waiting to know where I was going to rate Rachel because I'm like, she could win the game. She still hasn't been nominated. Or Rachel does have crash out moments and stuff like that. I'm like, well, she could mess up and then I know. The way she went home, I don't even know. Can't even give you a real valid answer. I don't know how far she would have went. I don't know how good she would have done because she had to play a fucking maze. So I feel like I have to land in a weird spot where it's like, I don't know. But she got she was never evicted. She got 0 eviction votes. She was nominated 0 times. With that, it's like, that's an amazing game from what I see. You were never nominated, no eviction votes. And she actively made sure that was the case. She was going into the end with a loyal alliance of 5. By that point, everybody in the alliance was sticking to it because Vince was mad at Keanu. They were moving into the next week, and she was literally in a great spot. Even if Lauren would have won the HOH, she probably would have nominated Keanu because she doesn't fuck with him. She would have targeted Morgan because she doesn't fuck with her. Like, even Rachel could have stayed after that because Ava, Ashley, Will were closer to Rachel going into this next week. Like, she was good. She was with her grandmother. So I'm just gonna give her a 7.5, honestly, because I just don't know. Like, it could be more, could be less. I could be wrong, I could be right. I don't know. Lee?
Yeah, no, it's like you were just saying, she went unnominated for the first 8 weeks as a returning winner at that. And that's really impressive. There were a lot of HOHs in the pre-jury phase that her side was not winning competitions. There were periods of time when her side and Mickey and Morgan even flipped on her. So it's like there was so much that could have went wrong for Rachel, and she really kept getting out of it. And not because of some random production twist, but because of her own strategy and social skills in the game. And that's really, really impressive. I saw some people try to say it's not impressive because the people in the house are stupid. And it's like, y'all have got to retire this argument. Baby, you're stupid, okay? Because you're saying that argument. Okay, like, you're the dumb bitch that would get played by Chelsea in the Big Brother house. Okay, like, y'all.
I'm sorry, Lee, don't say the B word. Don't say the B word.
I can't refer to women as bitches. The TRK is very mindful about that.
I do slip out sometimes.
What's Kelley then? No, what's Kelley then?
Kelley's a very annoying lady.
That's exactly what you want to say.
I actually wouldn't even call Kelley a bitch. Like, I reserve that for, like, like, I have to be, like, heated at you, like, in an argument. I can't, like, I'm not someone that's like, oh, da, da, da. Like, I wouldn't just like, oh, hell, Kelley, this bitch. You know, I wouldn't do that.
Well, I would, but in not a serious way. I would in not a serious way. Like, you know, I wouldn't be angry about it. I would just like, girl, you or whatever. You real. You real though. Yeah.
What's your score?
Yeah. Oh, okay, real. Big D.
In my book, 10.
I know that's right.
10.
I fuck with it.
There's nothing. It was a flawless game, and to go out without being nominated, without being voted, and not even having to walk out the front door. Technically, did you really get evicted from the Big Brother house?
That's true.
Like, did you really? Like, you really didn't get evicted. You went out in a different way. You went out like you were a special guest, you know. And I loved it. I love it. 10.
You real.
Motherfucking 10.
Speaking of the devil, Kelley, Lee, girl, we know how you feel about Kelley, but how you feel about Kelley in the game, I guess?
I mean, there's no real thoughts. In general, this week wasn't terrible for her since HOH was Lauren. You know, she was safe. She definitely wasn't going up. There are people in the game like Vince and Morgan who are anti-Kelley a little bit. I don't know if Vince would really, you know, sever his ties with Kelley fully, only because that's kind of how he plays. But you know, they're speaking on how they would not vote her to win. But I was mentioning how Ashley, Will, Ava were kind of having these conversations about giving her their vote. Now, I don't think Rachel would let that happen if we're being honest. But the fact that people who may be voting are saying it does scare me a little bit, because I do feel like she could be in that end game. However, I also feel like she might be next to someone who would be her. Like, I honestly feel like if she's going to be in final two, it would somehow be with Keanu. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. But you never really fucking know, because if she's in that end game with Lauren, at this point, she's beating Lauren. And it's like, good fucking God. So the fact that there's still a chance for her to win, I'm not going to be that low. But because she isn't a like active player that's like working to get connections and working to get to the end, she's really just there. Like, a lot of her moves are based in who she doesn't like for whatever reason. Like, the main reason why she wants Ashley to go home is because she still have the issue with Rachel, to be honest. And she wants Will to stay so bad, yet she's not even telling, like, she's told Will this, but she's not like creating a relationship or any type of bond with Will. She's like, I want you to stay because I want Ashley to go. You know, she doesn't do anything at all. So because she got some win equity now, from what the girls are saying, I'll say I'll give her the 3. At the end of the day, the way the house is set up, she and Keanu are set up for success because no matter what happens in the next 2 weeks, even if they are nominated, they may not even go home because of the blockbuster. So,
Big D, how you feel?
Lee, I agree with you. You know, I'm going to try my best to be as fair as possible because, you know, this is our job. We all supposed to critique these house guests. And, you know, me being a traditional gay, I feel like I'm going to give Kelley a, you know what? I'm going to give her a 2.5.
Real. Yeah, I want to give her a 0, but Lee's right. I'll give her the 2. I feel like I'll give her a 1.5. The issue is that she wants to target Keanu if Keanu stays, and he's the only person who likes her in the house. Vince has said that he wants Will in his endgame and not Kelley. So has Morgan. Will doesn't want her there either. Lauren and Ava are the only ones who I think want her there. But when I'm thinking about it, it's like they shouldn't because Kelley's going to beat them, according to what the people are saying. But I just don't like her perspective. She wants Keanu out. He's the only one who likes you. You know, you're still stupid. She's still not a good player. She's still not playing good. That's my problem. It's based on other people claiming they might vote her, which I don't necessarily think they will. And then also the blockbuster, which is some bullshit. So
I'll be forgetting that she's even there sometimes. I'll be feeling like she's a part of casting or some shit.
Because she's like not in the game. It sucks. Next is Lauren. Big D, how you feel? How you feel about Lauren?
You know, pretty, you know, beautiful gowns, yeah. Beautiful gowns, pretty girl, very pretty. You know, she's pretty. I mean, give the girl a 4, because at least she's won HOH, you know, twice now, and that's all I got. I ain't got nothing else for her. I just want to get her a job at Disney Channel.
Oh my God. Similar to Kelley, and Keanu, honestly, it helps Lauren as well that it's comp heavy because she's one of the best people at the comps. That's true. She probably is going to make it to the end game because she can win the comps. They are talking about targeting her next week. She could win that blockbuster because it still exists for some reason. So she might not even go home. She could easily win another HOH. She could win a veto. She's won all of them. So I think she could make it far. The issue is nobody wants to vote her ass to win because she doesn't talk to anybody. She has a terrible social game, but the game is not social anymore. It's just physical. So it's like when you're thinking about it, it's like shit, but I'm going to rate her based on Big Brother, and Big Brother is a social game and people don't want her to win and they don't want her there. And if she makes it, it's going to be because comps, and I don't like that. I'm just going to give her the 2. It's a no for me. Lee.
Oh, look, shout out to my sister Say in the chat. Hey, sister.
Yes, hey, Say.
Yes, hey, Say. She did message saying she was going to be here. Love her.
My diva. We should have had you up here, sister. Where's it on Lauren? Lauren Child's getting embarrassing because y'all know Lauren was my cracked fandom. I was like, Lauren's gonna win the game in like week 2. The thing is, she almost had a chance, but then she started talking to people even less. Mm-hmm. And now they don't respect her at all. She's scared of everybody. They know she doesn't want to make a decision for herself. The fact that they're even saying they vote Kelley over her is absolute madness. Like, you won't even beat Kelley at this point. Girl, you're embarrassing. Like, it doesn't matter how many comps you can win at this point. Like, you can't do anything about it at all. I mean, it's unfortunate because I wanted to be right. I did. Because I still see her in the final 2. I could see Lauren in the final 2, 1,000%. Losing. Saying nothing. Stammering in her speech. Well, when I won HOH, I thought that was gonna really change my game, but no, girl, it's not gonna work. So I think she's gonna be here for a while, and for that she's gonna be here probably towards the end of this game. I truly feel like. So I'll give her the 3 for that, but can't go no higher.
Yeah. Next is Keanu. No one wants him there. Literally everyone wants him out, including Lauren, who he protected last week. Next week, everyone is still going to want him out. The week after that, everyone is still going to want him out. The week after that, everyone is still going to want him out. The issue is he might not go because there's a blockbuster this week and there's a blockbuster next week, and then it'll be final 5. and then there's a veto, so he could still make it to the end of this game, and he could still win actually, which is unfortunate. Same thing as Kelley and Lauren. I'm just gonna give him 0.5 because it's even worse than Kelley and Lauren. They really don't fuck with that man. Lee.
I mean, yeah, the fact that he protected Lauren so much last week, and she said, well, I don't give a fuck. You can go up on the block, and didn't give a damn. And he's like, well, I protected you, and, why don't you just do Vince? Vince doesn't have your best interest. And it's like, she doesn't give a damn. She's not a good player either, which is why y'all are both dumb. Okay? It's just so, like, no one is making sense. Like, the people who are working together don't even like each other, but they're only even being this successful in the game because they're winning competitions. It's like really starting to piss me off. And I thought we were going to leave this era of Big Brother where competitions mattered so fucking much, but yet we're still here. And I guess we never fully left it, only because even Chelsea and Mackenzie went back-to-back HOHs last year. Yeah, but we also saw the prowess that Chelsea had as a strategic player, which I felt like at least that shows that she's well-rounded. Like, Keanu only has competition. That's the only thing he's bringing to this game. And it's so annoying. Like, for anyone who's confused why someone would be confused why Keanu is here, he just got nominated by one of the people that he promised he would not nominate last week. And that they were working together and that we're in the alliance. That's who nominated him this week. This is the man we're rooting for? This is the man we want to win the game? I don't fucking think so. Anybody could have told him that Lauren would have put his ass up. He should have known that. Lauren doesn't speak to him either. She's scared of him too. But Keanu's so goddamn dumb. He's scared of anybody with a let me not go there.
We can.
Lauren, Keanu likes a certain type of person. Anytime you see a man of that color wearing Vans, something's off. So anyways, those same people are playing in his face because Kelley doesn't like him, Lauren doesn't like him, and Vince don't like him. And he refuses to try to work with Ashley, Will, Morgan, wonder why. But he'll protect Ava, wonder why. So it's just a bunch of delusion. And at the end of the day, like, what we're seeing, like I said, is an example of why the comps need to not be at the forefront of this game, because it's awarding people who doesn't deserve it. Like, what happened in the pre-jury where Lauren had an HOH and Vince had an HOH and Riley had an HOH that was stolen and things like that. Like, it was people on the other side, the Morgans, the Mickeys, the Rachels, the Ashleys, going to work to make sure that they got their benefit. The reason why Adrian went home, the reason why Riley went home, the reason why Zach went home, the reason why it's because people were working socially and strategically to make that happen. Meanwhile, Lauren, Kelley, Keanu, Catherine, all of them bitches ain't been doing shit.
Okay.
Nothing at all. So it's just, and Keanu is one of those people. So it's just like, and I don't count competition wins as something. So it's the fact that we're sitting here. He could go home if he lost the blockbuster, but now we have to hope and pray that he fucking does. And it's just such bullshit. The fact that we can't even say, oh, he has to win veto. No, he gets to win the fucking blockbuster on eviction night against two people. One is injured and one is Ashley. It's like, it's just frustrating. The fact that we may still have to talk about him after, when everyone wants him out literally this week, it's the one.
Lee, I love that you have been waiting to talk the whole podcast. And I love that you were able to pop off and talk your shit. And I love that you called all the men and women together in a group bitches.
Look, Big D, you gotta get off the bitch thing. Let's really clock the T. You didn't get dragged because you called somebody a bitch. You got dragged because you called Tiffany a bitch. You called the wrong.
You called the wrong bitch. You called the wrong queen a bitch.
If you called what's that white girl name? Whitney a bitch. No one would have given a fuck. If you called Frenchie a bitch, no one would have gave a fuck. If you called Brittany a bitch, no one probably would have gave a fuck. You called the wrong bitch a bitch.
You did. You did. And then he's feeling. I think it's followed you since.
Jimmy called like Kelley a bitch this year, or Amy. He called somebody a bitch.
Yeah, he did. He did call somebody a bitch.
Give a fuck about them. So you gotta. So next time you go in the house, Big D, figure out who you think the most loved person is, and make sure you never call them a bitch.
Guess what? I don't give a fuck, because in that moment they were being a bitch, and if they were being a bitch, they were called a bitch. Okay, in that moment they got on my nerves, and they were being a bitch, and it was a game. There was nothing personal. Okay, but I get what you're saying. I'm just being a troll. That's all. I'm always,
they was trolling you in the chat, so you got to troll them back. Get them.
Yes. Okay, and on top of that, my drag name is Patty LaBelle for a reason. Okay.
Period.
I'm always ready. Now,
okay.
Do you want to know my rating?
Yeah. over your man, your swamp puss.
You know what? I'm gonna give him a good old 0.
Real.
Just like that. 0.
Well,
Come on,
oh,
Lysol.
not the Lysol.
Come on, Lysol. 0. Moving on. Vince. Child, Big D. What you think of Vince?
You know, I did call Vince my winner pick, and I'm gonna have to rate Vince pretty high because I'm not usually a fan of the white boy schemers that are like liars and manipulators. Like, it really takes me a lot to really like them. But for some reason, Vince doesn't bother me. And I think because he does it in a way that is not like weird or vindictive, like he's just playing the game. So I'm going to give Vince, based on how he is, and this is me analyzing, he's been able to get people, he's been able to throw people behind their back. He's been able to get people to still vote the way he wants them to vote. He's been able to find his way off the block. He's been able to fight himself off the block. He's been able to get his pawns to do what he wants them to do. He's doing exactly. Vince will be great. And I'm going to say this now. Vince will be great at traders, to be honest. If I had to give him a little bit of credit, like, he's able to manipulate. So I'm going to give Vince a good old 7. And the reason for that is because he really has maneuvered in this game. He's broke up allies. He had his own ally put him up and still was able to fight him off the block. And he still has Lauren, who was willing to protect him, as Lee just said. Morgan, willing to protect him. He was able to hop in another alliance with other people that they were going after him and then end up not going after him. And thank God to Morgan. I gotta give the man credit. I can't knock a game for what the game is. That's my thoughts.
Lee, what you think of Vince?
Vince is hard. I recognize that he still has people like Keanu who may be blindly loyal even if he stays, Lauren, who is also, and Morgan. And those are 3 people who have been winning comps and will likely eventually still win and protect him. But there are outliers like Kelley. I know Ava, Ashley, and Will wouldn't mind targeting him. At this point, they just kind of have to win a comp to like do it. And I can see a scenario if he is nominated, the votes would be there. But at the same time, like, he's always kind of been able to like weasel his way out of things. I think the most important thing right now is win equity. And Ava, Will, Ashley were speaking on not even voting Vince potentially because of how he's been. Even Keanu mentioned it because he's very upset this week about everything that's been happening. So Kelley also has mentioned not wanting to vote for Vince. So it's a possibility that he could lose because he's been so passive. Like, this wouldn't even be a bitter jury situation. This would be you not standing on business in any capacity. Like, you are consistently telling everyone the same thing, and then when the event happens, you're like trying to wash your hands with it. And at first it was working in the early weeks, but now it's like somebody has to be held accountable. And in the vote where he sent home Riley, and in the HOH where he put up Catherine instead of Rachel, I mean, it just proves to these people that you're not someone who's trustworthy, which is why Keanu put him up. Like, he's really not loyal to any of his allies. Like, he was willing to let Morgan be a fool and use veto on him and possibly go home, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that type of gameplay. But if you don't stand on it, if you're not being your true self, it comes off as disingenuous. It comes off as weak. It comes off as like very like ratty, and people aren't respecting that. He also gives me the type of player, like, he's not going to go to Final 2 and say, I've been eating all you bitches up. I only cared about myself. I've only been like, he's not going to accept what he's done. I feel like he's going to give like Paul, BB19, BB 18, where it's like, oh, you know, I was just playing the game, and, you know, and I didn't really do anything wrong. I'm a super fan, and I've been applying for so many years. And it's like, baby, nobody give a fuck about none of that. Like, you lost all your sympathy. You've been crying all season. So I do think there's a slight chance that even if he is in the end game, he may not win. And if people like Keanu or Kelley are there, shit, they might not even take you depending on how they feel about you. So that's my only issue. You know, I wouldn't mind if he won at the end of the day, especially if he is in the Final 2. But it's like, I could still see a world in which he either doesn't get there or even loses when he's there. So because of that, I think I'll give him a 5.
Yeah. I agree.
Am I
with
missing
y'all.
something? Like, did something worse happen this week for him? Because I'm like, I want to give him lower, but I'm like,
No, I think he's
just-
actually. I think he's actually in a pretty good position. Honestly,
it's a good position. I was just saying, like how you were saying, Lee, about you don't know if people are going to take him. Look how far he's got, and people still keep taking him and keep listening to him. That's why I got to give him that 7 because Rachel been clocking it since the beginning, and they still take him and they put him in the alliance. And then like I can't get mad at the man. The man is he's playing the game that I think about Turner, I think about Quinn, those white boys, sneaky, quirky type of boys. Like he's trying to play he's playing the game that they wanted to play. And that's what and he's actually succeeding at it to me, because here's the thing. If everybody ends up, he depending on who he's sitting next to, right? Let's say he's sitting next to, I don't know, motherfucking Kelley, magically, right? Lauren's gonna vote for him. His butt buddy, swamp buddy's gonna still vote for him because he loves him. He cried. Yeah. Ashley's gonna vote for him.
I think Rachel respects him.
Rachel's going to vote for him. He wins Big Brother. I think the only person he would probably have a tough time and sitting next to would probably be Morgan.
I agree.
And maybe Will.
I agree. I do agree. I do think he could win. I think it's kind of just like we're saying what we're saying in the moment. Same thing about them claiming they vote Kelley. They're gonna vote for fucking Kelley. No shade. But who knows? And they are talking like that. And that's why I see what Lee is saying, because they are talking like that. And even Kelley doesn't want him there. But the issue is that if this week ends and Ashley goes home, which it shouldn't, but if it does, I do think Will relies on Vince because Lauren is scared to talk to him. Kelley doesn't talk to him. Vince has a connection to Will. And so if Ashley goes, for example, he has Morgan, he's going to have Will, he's going to have Keanu, he's going to have Lauren. This nigga's going to win the game. Like, he really is in a very great position as long as they want to respect him enough to vote him to win. So I do think, thinking about what could happen by the end of the week, I think he will have Will on his side as well, and everybody else. It's like, he's good. And he's talked about how he wants his end game to be Morgan, Lauren, and Will. And it's like, of course you do, because you can win in that scenario. So it's like, and I think that's another thing. I think the people who are winning comps are Morgan and Lauren. So he probably is going to be in final fucking 3 with 2 people who are going to take him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he's going to be in a really good position. But it does depend on this next week, because maybe he could get fucked up or he could go home. But I think he's growing to be in the prime position. So that's why I think I'm going to give him a 6, honestly. And I think I liked what he did on the episode, making sure Lauren chose Morgan to make sure they was both safe. That 8 as well. Child, next is Ava. Lee, how you feel about Ava Pearl?
Ava, she's been annoying the fuck out of me, of course. We spoke about it earlier. In the game, though, I do think that she's kind of protected, If Keanu or Ashley goes this week, I think she'll be all right. Only because there are bigger targets. 3 people still have to sit on the block and things like that. I do think that there are people in front of her who just could go before her. Kelley and Lauren would definitely protect her. And Ashley would protect her. Morgan, even to an extent. I don't think it's impossible that she gets nominated. I just don't see a world in which she goes home. And her win equity is also growing. Ashley, Will, Kelley, Lauren could all be votes for Ava in the end game, especially if she's sitting next to Ava or Lauren, which is also very possible because she has a relationship with them. I think the biggest issue with Ava is that she hasn't necessarily been able to win too many comps herself. She does have her HOH, but that was kind of everyone else picking each other. And then in this situation, she did really, really good. But it was not a strenuous competition. But I also could see a world in which Ava kind of gets taken depending on who's in that end game with her and Kelley and Lauren, and I do see her in the end game. There's a possibility that because people recognize that she can win, that it'll be an issue in the upcoming weeks, especially if, let's say, she's a final nominee next to Will. The big chance Will stays. But I also think they're both in that similar boat of like, they could be in the end game, but can you win a comp to get there? However, in a weird sense, I feel like if her or Will make it there, they could win just based off how hated the other person is. Like they do not like Morgan, they do not like Kelley, they do not like Lauren like that, or Vince at this point. So I feel like if Ava is able to sit in the final two next to one of those people, she could win the whole thing. It's just, is she going to be able to get there? I don't really know. In general, I don't think she's in any immediate danger, so I'm going to give her the 5 as well.
Whoa, that was good. Okay. I'm not gonna add anything to it. I'm gonna give her a 4, the same as Lauren. Of course, I wasn't happy with how she played this and shit like that, but I'm gonna give her a 4 based on what Lisa. I'm gonna give her a 4.
I'm gonna give her a 4 as well, based on what Lee said. He ate that up.
He did.
We have Ashley. Oh, my sister. Ashley is one of the only people still trying to play the game, I feel. And it's not, I'm not even trying to be shady to everyone else, but it should be shade because we're stuck in the end game with a bunch of people who don't actively play the game. I feel like we know Kelley and Keanu don't, and Lauren doesn't talk to anybody. She's not actively playing the social strategic game. And Ava is a social human. So I think that's why she's playing well, is because she's a social person like Will. Will and Ava are both very social people, but Ava isn't actively. Well, let me make sure. We just saw what happened in the episode. Everyone knows. Yep. I think Ashley is playing Big Brother. She is convinced. She has fully convinced Keanu to save her in a vote when this entire season she's been coming after Keanu, and it's because she's actively playing the game. She's actively trying to get the votes. She's doing all of the campaigning. She was trying to convince Morgan to stay. Well, Morgan wanted her to stay as well, and Morgan was even trying to convince Vince to save her. There was a moment this week where she almost had 3 votes to stay. It's just we're in a situation where it's about the competition, and that's exactly what Vince said. Vince says, well, it doesn't matter because Ashley can win a comp and Will can't, so it's just about the comps. So the social game is gone. Everything she's been complaining about, it's been annoying to hear, but it's true. She's also probably going to get evicted because of this twist, because it's about the blockbuster. Vince said, well, my argument to evict Ashley is because it's only about the comp, so who cares? Who cares if she'll work with us? Who cares if she's social with us? Who cares if she's aligned with us? We can beat Will in the comp because his back is broke. And that's where it's like the game is becoming nothing. And that's frustrating because she actually did good work to convince people, and it doesn't matter because she can beat Will in the comp. So I think she's doing really good, and I think this is some bullshit. She also didn't get to play the HOH bullshit because she said on the feeds, I mapped out exactly where the maze is going, and I would have easily completed it. And it's like she didn't get to play, so we will never know. Bunch of bullshit. I don't like that. It's unfortunate that she's in the position. I'm still going to give her a 4. And it's only that low because she's nominated and she's probably going home, or she could go home. So it's unfortunate. Lee, how you feel?
Yeah, it's sad because I do think that she's someone that came from very humble beginnings in the game, and she really worked to get herself a part of a side. She worked to get herself in alliances. She's really done, I would say, good work in even lowering her threat level to a certain extent. What we're seeing is that she's kind of always not had deep connections with the other side of the game. And they've also kind of had negative opinions towards her, which is why it's so easy for her to go on the block. And in a situation like this, even with her able to get Ava back on her side, Keanu back on her side, Lauren is liking her now. It's like, it doesn't matter because we have to get our people who's winning comps. We have to, make sure Keanu doesn't win blockbuster, or it doesn't matter because we're just going home anyway. Like it just does not matter how hard you work in this game. If you're not going to be able to win the blockbuster, oh well, just fuck it, you're going to go home. So it's really unfortunate because I do think that she's someone who has a great story, and I would love to see her in the end game. And I think she has the capacity to do it if the twist and the competitions weren't so heavy right now. And yeah, it's just unfortunate. And she does have a high possibility of going home. So I'm just going to give her the 3.
Big D.
I'm going to give her, I love Ashley. I got to give her a good old 6. And the reason I got to give her a good old 6 is because of the fact that Miss Ashley read that motherfucking dude down, and I'm still living on that moment. Okay. I got to. Actually, I'll give her a 5. Give her a 5.
Period. Ciao. We have Morgan. Lee, how you feel about Morgan? It's such a weird season.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like it's hard. Like I want to be like, oh, Morgan is doing so well, and da, 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 da. But it's like everything is up to who wins the HOH, who's able to win the veto, and then who's able to win the blockbuster. So with Morgan, I think that she has like pretty decent connections. I think like if it's weird.
Why do you say it like that, Lee?
Will, Ashley, and Ava are kind of not feeling her right now. So I could see her going up with Vince and Lauren. And because of how her personality is being perceived in the game, there is a chance she could go home if she's a final nominee. That's kind of been the case the last 2 weeks at this point. So I'm really just not sure where her trajectory is going to go at this point. Like I think that she has the knowledge of the game to be able to get further. Her connection with Vince has been really clutch because it kind of keeps her connected to the other side, just slightly to some extent. But it's starting to like wear down. Like the fact that even Lauren put her up this week, wanted her to go home. Vince wasn't fighting too hard against that. Her own allies are saying how annoyed they are by her, how they do not want her to win the game. That's an issue. And she seems to be more worried about Vince hanging out with Lauren than actually, trying to fix any of that. Even like this week, she has the possibility to get Vince to convince Vince to keep Ashley over someone like Will. And she's not even really pushing that too hard. And that would be best for her game, I would say, because Ashley is closer to Morgan. It splits up the Will and Ava dynamic. Will is someone who I don't think would choose Morgan. I think Ashley would. So I don't think she's doing the right things for her game at the moment. She's losing a lot of win equity and favor with the people in the house. So I think I'm gonna give her the 4.
Big D, how you feel?
I just hope that I could find someone like Morgan in life because she's so good with making sure, who are you talking to? What's going on? Like, I need somebody who is that attention to me like that. I love that. Like, she is just like dedicated, baby. Okay. She don't play when it comes to her men. She did the same thing with Zach. She's doing the same thing with Vince. I need someone like that. I need that. I'm gonna give Morgan a good old I'm gonna give her a 3, and the reason I'm gonna give her a 3 is based on what Lee just said. But I think about how she. I think I'm gonna give her a 4. I'm sorry, and the reason I'm gonna give her a 4 is because I'm thinking about how she got here and where she's at now, and the fact that she was able to win veto and take herself down. I gotta give her credit. Like this is where she kind of is turning up now, where she wasn't turning up in the beginning. Now she's turning up, and she put the alliance together. I'm just I try to take in because I'm thinking about I play Big Brother, so when I'm thinking about these players, I'm looking at the overall picture. So I know we're talking about week 9, but I'm also taking consideration of how they got to week 9.
No, that's real. Because she has started winning comps, and it's about to be about the comps. So honestly, I do think that's what makes me feel better. Even though
that's annoying.
Yeah, it is because she's doing stupid shit, but she's also good at comps, and she's kind of one of the best people at comps now. And also, she's still active because. Although she was losing Ashley and Will were also talking about, well, we still love her though, but she pissing me off. Like I think it's kind of like my sister pissing me off type shit rather than turn all the way on her. But also Keanu, she had a conversation with Keanu, and by the end of it, Keanu was like, oh, okay, I think I kind of would have wanted to work with her and stuff like that. But then he flipped and he was like, well, no, I'd still nominate Morgan and Vince and Lauren. So it's like she's active. So things could work for her. Even if she's a target, like I could see her next week even being a target and being active and making sure she saves herself. I'll do the 4 though. I just hoping for her, but who knows? Last but not least is Will. Big D, how you feel about Will?
Well, I don't really have anything for Mr. Will except some big gay or maybe a roller for him to roll this back out at this point. I don't really have much from Will. I think Will is playing he's playing a Big D game to me. Like, he's social with everybody. He's good. He's late. He's fine. I think Will is in a good position, so I got to give him credit because I think about where he started and where he is now. And he's not on anybody's radar, so I got to give him I'll give him a good old 6 right now, and that's just because he is in such a good position that he's always he's a swing vote, or he's good. I just think about where he started, and it's crazy because. Remember he was saying, people like me, my age and my back, don't really make it. Now, right. He was complaining. and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all I got for Will. I ain't really got much for him. Not saying he's a bad player. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. He's not doing much. Like Ashley's doing a little more campaigning than him.
Yeah.
And that's the shit about Will. That's like, okay, girl, you could be a head player if you were actually doing a little bit more work. But I do think that he just won't be targeted. People are now looking at who can win, who can they beat at competitions, and they can beat him. So he's probably making final 3. If he gets taken, he could win the game. And the trio of Kelley, Lauren, and Ava, the white girls, they want to target people like Morgan, Ashley, and even Vince is what Kelley said. Keanu. So they're not targeting Will. Will is their last target. And then on the flip side, with Morgan and Vince, they want to go to end with Will. They said they want Will in their final 3. So it's like he's safe. Honestly, I think the 6 is fair. The only issue is he's on the block, I guess. I think he's staying though, because he can't win no cons. But I'll give him a 5 just for being on the block. But it is given 6. I ain't gonna lie. Lee.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it with Ava earlier. I feel like they're kind of in similar positions where it's like the house is pretty much good with them for the most part. They're looking at other people who can, win competitions, and they know that he's injured, and they like him a lot. And I think they respect him a lot as well. I feel like even more so than Ava, I can see Will being taken the final 2 as like some type of GOAT situation. And depending on who he's next to, could win the whole game. Honestly, I do not count Will out as a contender for the crown. It's just, a lot of times we expect people to win their way there. And, you can kind of expect that he won't. But I don't know. I don't think Will would need to win his way there. I could easily see him getting to final 2. And I think he could articulate his game well. I just think it's unfortunate that he kind of got twist screwed a little bit with Rachel going home, and there's a potential that Ashley could go home this week, which is not the best for him. It's kind of going downhill now that the games are more focused on competitions, because his side was never the best at that. And I always said, like, his strong suit is his side staying together, and a big shield like Rachel being taken out is just not the best. So I think I'm gonna give him the 5 as well. But I don't have I have high hopes for him still. I do. Now I don't know how Vince snuck out of here with a 6 and a 7. My highest score was a 5. I don't know what the hell y'all doing.
Oh, Lee, I told you, I really broke it down. Like, you got to think about it. Like, I appreciate that he got people that were still willing to do what he said after him cutting people week after week and messing them over multiple times, and messed over Lauren and has messed over Morgan, and they're still.
Yeah, he was a 5 for me until the episode. He was gonna be a 5. I went in, I was like, Vince is gonna be a 5, Will is gonna be a 5, and then after the episode, I was like, Vince ate that shit up. So I'm giving him his little 1 point. We have it in order, y'all, if y'all give a fuck, because I know don't nobody give a fuck about the season no more for real. Kelley, Keanu, Lauren, all at the bottom, and then Ashley, Morgan, Ava in the middle. Will and Vince are our top 2 of the ranking right now. I think it's making sense. I think we did a good job, Big D. Thank you.
I think we did a great job. I mean, and based on your information that you both gave me, I think we did a really good job. I don't really have anything else for this season, because when the twist, the BB blockbuster is good, but when you drag it out this long, this is what makes it very corny. And now this is where you sit there and go, we don't really want it. And then you're gonna have all the fans complaining about it now, because it was good. I was cool with it. It should have stopped right at jury. It should have been like, all right, jury's over. Guess what? Here's the announcement. We're going back to the 2s and call it a day. Or if you still want to keep it 3, keep motherfucking 3. Who cares? Just get rid of the BB blockbuster now. But they just drag things out. It's just too much.
Literally. All right, Big D. Thank you for joining us. Where can the girls find you? Because I know you be out there.
You could just find me on the street corner somewhere begging for a job. You could just find me just at your local bakery shop whenever you need a bagel.
But the social media, the YouTube, the podcast, where else? You talking about on the corner, like you want to. You looking for Keanu on the corner?
No, that's Lee.
Why do you think Lee want Keanu? Where you get this from? You looking for Frenchie on the corner?
I don't know where that's coming from.
Oh, somebody in the chat actually asked Big D, who is your top man this season? Real quick. And why is it Vince?
It's not, actually. It's not. You know what? Bye. I'm gonna have to give it to Jimmy.
I'll take that, actually.
At least I know he showered.
No, that's real. Okay, where can the girls find you? For real.
For real. Okay, look, you can find me at D Derek Frazier anywhere. Of course, if you guys, like I said, just like family, the Heavy Crown Network, we over there recapping Big Brother. We ain't doing it like you guys. You guys are legit. You guys are doing all the shows, baby. You're doing lives you guys are like 5 nights a week. Okay. So please continue to like and subscribe, the Reality Kingdom podcast, because you guys are doing great. I'm so proud of you guys. Other than that, yeah, you can just find me on social media. I'll be somewhere talking shit, calling people out, keeping it real. And that's it. Or hey, maybe I'll end up in Lee's house at some point.
What? Not Lee's house.
Y'all, get into the other shit we doing. Of course, we still are going to be here, unfortunately, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, talking Big Brother. Of course, on the Thursdays, we also have the challenge. And coming up very soon, in 2 or 3 weeks, however many long, The Amazing Race and Survivor 49 will be premiering. If you wanted to watch our Survivor Australia versus the World finale, we did do that on Sunday, so get into that as well. Of course, we have our after show every single Wednesday, and this week, Xavier Prather, the winner of Big Brother 23, Big D's friend, will be joining us tomorrow to talk this bullshit. So make
how
sure
how dare you bring that man on this show? I'm never coming back.
You were first.
No. Let me tell you something. How dare you have this man on the show?
Oh, Lord.
How dare you? I want to see how y'all act. I want to see how y'all act tomorrow. I want to see if y'all sit there and call him out on his bullshit. I want to see how y'all act tomorrow, Mr. Lee. Okay.
I'm not gonna be there.
You know what? And with that, thank you guys for keeping it. Oh, actually, if you want to apply to be a part of the kingdom, make sure you send in your application. The link is in the description. We did get a lot of beautiful applicants, and we will be reaching out to a few of them for interviews coming up very, very soon. Send in your application, baby. The deadline has been shifted to October 31st. So if you are thinking about it, think fast, period. Mwah. And thank you guys. Thank you, Big D. And thank you guys for keeping it real with the kingdom. We're out.